have a Volcano vape, so I usually use that so it doesn't mess with my cardio too much, so I'm probably not going to be celebrating like usual.
Mike Owens with Inside Fighting. We're at the Goat Shed Gym in Miami, and I'm joined by Gillian Robertson, who returns to action at UFC Des Moines, facing Marina Rodriguez. Gillian, great to sit down and chat. How are things with you today?
Things are going great. Just about to get in some training, so I guess I'm in my favorite place. I'm 3 weeks out from my fight. I'm in a good mood.
100%. Well, thank you for giving us some of your time before training. First and foremost, obviously this massive fight card coming up in Des Moines. There is a massive card coming up in Canada, I think a week or two later. Any disappointment not getting to fight at home?
They did the exact same thing to me my last fight. There was a card in Canada, it was the Edmonton card the week before I fought. So I got to watch that at home and be sad. This time it'll be post-fight, I get to watch it. I'm definitely upset that I'm not going to be on the Canada card, but I can say that I'm just happy to not be in the Apex. I'm happy to be in front of fans, so that's big excitement for being in Des Moines.
Does it make a big difference, like the actual time in the cage, fighting in the Apex as opposed to fighting with a crowd?
I just think the energy is different. There's just a different vibe to the whole fight week, to everything about it. It's just, I love having the energy of the crowd. They're looking around in the arena. You get to see your name across the arena, things like that. It's just cool to be in the cage and see things like that. I think it just changes the whole environment.
I'll ask you this one plainly. Is this fight against Marina Rodriguez the biggest fight of your career so far?
I think that's fair to say. I think, name-wise, I think she's in the same ranks as Michelle Waterson. I think they're both veterans of the sport. They both have always been in the ranks of championship, fighting for the belt several times. I think Marina's a huge name in the sport, a huge vet, and I'm super excited to get in the cage with her.
100%. What do you make of her style? Give me some strengths and maybe an area or two that you're looking to exploit.
I think this is kind of like classic striker versus grappler. She's very good in the Muay Thai cleanse, got good elbows, good knees, good snap kicks up the front, clean right hand. So it's like, those are definitely the dangers I want to avoid. I feel like once we get her on the mat, though, it's going to be my wheelhouse.
I think she's lost 4 of the last 5. I know the last 2 have come via split decision, but she's on a little bit of a rough patch at the moment. What can you take from those losses, and is there any particular one that you're looking at and feeling like you can use that person's game plan and apply in this fight?
I don't think you can take too much for any of them. I think she is a vet in the game. She's always going to be in my face. She is always there for 3 rounds, and I think every fight she brings a different fight, so I think it's going to be a new fight, and I just have to be prepared for whatever she brings.
I think I'm right in saying, I double checked your record today, you're on the first 3-fight win streak of your UFC career, so starting to build a little bit of momentum. Is there anything that you can particularly attribute that run of good form to?
I think it was just really, I've changed my schedule as a whole. I started training at Goat Shed. Me and Dean Thomas are still a huge team. We work together every day, and I just feel like I found the right flow and everything that I need to really come into my own. I'm like, this year I'm turning 30. I feel like that's where most champs are, so I feel like I'm just kind of like solidifying my game.
You'll break into the top 10 with a win next month. Do you feel like this is the time for you to make a charge at the title?
100%. I feel like I have this one, maybe 1 or 2 more, and then I'll be looking across the cage at Weili Zhang.
I want to mention Weili actually because there's a lot of talk about her going up and fighting Valentina for the chance to become a double champ. Do you feel like she's deserved that opportunity?
I think she has deserved that opportunity. I think she's defended the belt a couple times. Right now there isn't necessarily a lot of challengers, I don't think. So I think it would be a good opportunity for her.
I checked your Instagram before we jumped on, and one of the most important questions I need to ask you is, what are your plans for 420, and is that impacted in any way by fight camp?
Might be impacted a little bit by fight camp. I have a Volcano vape, so I usually use that so it doesn't mess with my cardio too much, so I'm probably not going to be celebrating like usual, but it still won't impact too much.
What's a Volcano vape?
It's an obnoxious vape that, so it's just so you can smoke healthy.
Right,
so you're not actually smoking, so you're inhaling water vapor off the weed instead of smoke.
Right, okay, excellent.
Some nerdy stoner
I didn't know I'd get an education in weed this morning, but there we go. Last question from me. Thank you so much for your time. Talk me through what a perfect day on fight day looks like on the 3rd of May.
I think that I'm going to go out there, I'm going to be able to execute my game, stay on her for a full 15 minutes, and if not doing that, then I'm finishing her. I feel like it's going to be my world. It's going to be my night.
I love it. Thank you so much for your time. I'll let you get back to your training, and best of luck for the fight.
Thank you so much.